I've decided to start a new life without you. The words sliced through the air of the upscale restaurant where we'd gathered to celebrate my daughter's college graduation. Gregory, my husband of 28 years, stood with his champagne glass raised, hijacking the toast meant for Amelia's success. Conversations died. Silverware froze midair. 50 pairs of eyes shifted between Gregory and me, waiting for the outburst, the tears, the fury, the collapse. Instead, I smiled. Congratulations on your honesty. My name is Bianca Caldwell. I'm 54 years old, and until this moment, I played the role of the perfect wife and mother. I sacrificed my own ambitions to carry Gregory through 3 failed ventures, 2 career shifts, and countless finding himself phases. I raised Amelia, our brilliant daughter, who now sat beside me in her cap, her face stricken. From the corner of my eye, I caught Cassandra Wells, Gregory's much younger girlfriend, fidgeting at a back table. She had shared my holiday parties, leaned on me for career advice, even called herself my friend, and yet, she had been part of this charade all along. With measured calm, I reached into my handbag and placed a sealed envelope beside Gregory's plate. He frowned. "What's this?" "Something for you to read later." Then I kissed Amelia's cheek. "I'm so proud of you, sweetheart. This is still your day." I stood, smoothed my dress, and faced the stun room. "Please, enjoy your meal. I wish you all a lovely afternoon." And I walked out. The heavy door closed behind me, muffling the rising whispers. Outside, the Augusta heat pressed down, but for the first time in years, I breathed freely. The door banged open again. Gregory's voice cracked, panicked now. "Bianca, what the hell is this? What have you done?" I didn't stop. The envelope contained the beginning of my revenge, something I had been preparing for months. Gregory always dreamed while I kept us afloat. I saved for Amelia's tuition when he gambled on a doomed restaurant. I worked overtime at Truvanta Corp, while he chased his 6-month handcrafted furniture passion. My own dream, a financial consultancy for women, was shelved for decades. Always later, always after Gregory. But 3 months ago, I noticed odd transfers in our accounts. Small, deliberate. My instincts told me to wait, to watch. What I uncovered was betrayal in numbers, money funneled to secret accounts, luxury dinners with Cassandra, jewelry, even plans for a beachfront escape, all while preaching to me about tightening belts. The final blow came from the texts I found on his unlocked phone, plans to leave me right after Amelia's graduation, celebrating his so-called freedom. What Gregory forgot was that I am a financial professional with 30 years of experience. I follow money trails, I trace assets, and unlike him, I remember our prenup, the one he insisted on, that contained a fidelity clause, his undoing. While he dreamed of leaving, I gathered evidence, attorneys, bank records, proof of his affair, divorce papers, all meticulously prepared. He thought Amelia's graduation would be his grand stage, but I was already 3 moves ahead. "You looked at property with her. You were going to announce our separation in public to humiliate me." His jaw stiffened. "You're exaggerating." "Am I?" I opened my phone, pressed play, and let his own voice fill the room. "After the graduation, I'll tell her it's over. A public setting is better. She won't make a scene in front of everyone." Then Cassandra's voice, "And she has no idea about the money." Gregory again, "None. Bianca trusts me completely. That's her weakness." The color drained from his face. "You recorded us? That's illegal." "Not in Georgia when one party consents," I replied, "and not when it's in your own home. Don't worry, I didn't record your private moments with Cassandra. I only kept proof of your plan to defraud me." He shot to his feet, agitated. "I need to make some calls." "Of course, I'd suggest your attorney. I'll be at Diana's tonight." His head snapped up. "Diana's?" "My sister's house," I said evenly. "She's the one who spotted you and Cassandra last Christmas. She confronted you first, remember? You swore it was nothing. When you didn't stop, she came to me." He blinked in shock. "Even she's turned on me? Everyone's betraying me." "Ironic, isn't it?" I picked up my purse and the overnight bag I had packed earlier. "You have until tomorrow evening to clear your things from the house. After that, the locks change." At the door, his voice cracked with desperation. "What about Amelia? Think about how this affects her." Rage finally broke through my calm. "Don't you dare use our daughter as a shield, Gregory. You weren't thinking about her when you planned your beachfront escape with Cassandra." His phone buzzed. He glanced at the screen, groaned. Problem? I asked. Cassandra's already at the apartment. She moved in. I allowed myself a small smile. The apartment you thought you signed together? The lease never went through. Credit flags. The agent called our home phone to confirm details. I answered. I walked out, leaving him to stew in his unraveling plans. Diana's bungalow across town was warm and inviting, filled with books and plants. She met me at the door with a fierce hug. I just heard from Amelia, she said, pulling me inside. Are you okay? Better than I thought I'd be, I admitted. Wine was already poured in the kitchen. We settled in the sunroom. I never believed Gregory would make such a spectacle, Diana said, shaking her head, announcing it at Amelia's graduation dinner. He's lost his mind. It was calculated, I said. He wanted to humiliate me publicly, make me look unhinged if I fought back. Diana's expression hardened. He's always loved drama, but this is cruelty. She eyed me curiously. What did you put in that envelope? The divorce filing, evidence of his financial deception, and the prenup. Her lips curled into a bitter smile. The prenup. I remember when he insisted on it, so worried about protecting father's money. The irony is delicious. My phone rang. Amelia. Mom, she said, breathless, I'm coming to Aunt Diana's. Honey, you don't need to. I'm already on my way. Dad's telling everyone you've lost your mind, that you plotted this for months. He's saying horrible things. Of course he was. Gregory always rewrote the story so he could be the victim. Let him talk, I told her. The truth will come out. 20 minutes later, Amelia arrived, her graduation dress wrinkled, mascara streaked. She collapsed into my arms like a child waking from a nightmare. Why didn't you tell me? She asked, trembling. I didn't want to steal your moment, I said. You earned this day. Her jaw tightened. Well, Dad ruined it anyway. We sat together while I explained everything, his affair, the stolen money, his plans. I knew he was different, Amelia whispered, always on his phone, distracted, but I never thought. None of us want to see the truth in people we love, Diana said softly. My phone buzzed again. Philip Anderson, my attorney. The emergency filing was approved. Gregory's accounts frozen. He would have only minimal funds, nowhere near enough to buy property with Cassandra. Amelia read the message and smiled grimly. Good, he deserves it. Her loyalty steadied me, but I reminded her, he's still your father. She shook her head. Not right now. He hugged me this morning, said he was proud, all while planning to blow us up hours later. The doorbell rang. Diana rose. Moments later she returned, her expression tense. It's Gregory, she said quietly, and he's not alone. The judge, a silver-haired woman with sharp eyes and little tolerance for theatrics, adjusted her glasses and studied the prenuptial agreement. This document is valid, she said flatly. Do you contest its terms, counselor? Gregory's young attorney cleared his throat. Your Honor, we argue the agreement has expired after nearly 3 decades. Section 18. The judge cut him off, reading aloud. The agreement shall remain in effect for the duration of the marriage, including proceedings related to its dissolution. There is no expiration date. Gregory leaned forward, whispering frantically to his lawyer. The man looked pale. Additionally, the judge continued, evidence of concealed fund transfers violates Section 23 regarding financial disclosure. I will uphold the freeze on joint accounts pending discovery. Mr. Caldwell's personal account remains accessible. The marital home remains with Mrs. Caldwell under the infidelity clause. Gregory's face turned scarlet. This is outrageous. The judge pinned him with a cold stare. Mr. Caldwell, I suggest you reacquaint yourself with the contract you signed. Court adjourned. We reconvene in 30 days. In the hallway, Gregory caught my arm. Bianca, please, 28 years has to mean something. It did, I said evenly, until you decided otherwise. I walked away, leaving him in the corridor, stripped of confidence. Word spread quickly. Friends called daily, some offering sympathy, others sniffing for gossip. I stayed poised. Gregory and I are separating. These things happen. But Gregory's glossy facade was cracking. With the financial freeze, he couldn't deliver on promises to Cassandra. The beachfront property collapsed. The luxury car order vanished. 2 weeks later, Diana phoned, amusement in her voice. Cassandra's gone, moved out. Already? I smiled, not shocked, only impressed by the speed. She told friends she didn't sign up for financial headaches. Gregory's illusions ran out of credit. I laughed. Illusions had always been his specialty. Meanwhile, I was building. My separate savings gave me freedom. I rented a modest office and launched the consultancy I had postponed for decades. My first clients were women in the midst of divorce. Word spread. Soon, I was specializing in helping women navigate financial upheaval. For the first time in years, I was seen not as caregiver, but as expert. The final hearing landed on what would have been our 29th anniversary. Gregory looked diminished, his business faltering. Cassandra long gone, mutual friends scarce. The judge upheld the prenup in full. I kept the home, my retirement, and the lion's share of investments. Gregory walked away with his personal account and whatever pride he could salvage. Poetic justice, the very document he once demanded, became his undoing. Outside the courtroom, he approached me quietly. I made a terrible mistake. Is there any chance? No, I said softly but firmly. That door is closed. For once, he didn't argue. You deserve happiness, Bianca. I hope you find it. Perhaps the first honest thing he'd said in years. 6 months later, Caldwell Financial Transitions was thriving. I'd expanded to a larger office, hired 2 associates, and built a reputation for guiding women through financial storms. Amelia, visiting one weekend, looked around my bustling office. You know what's ironic? If Dad had been honest, he might have kept half. Sometimes people can't see past their own wants, I said. Once, I was only Gregory's wife and Amelia's mother. Now, I was a mentor, a business owner, an advocate. The envelope I'd handed Gregory at the restaurant wasn't just an end, it was a beginning, a key that unlocked a door I hadn't realized was there. Behind it, I didn't just find revenge. I found myself.